Joe, first of all, welcome to the National Baseball Hall of Fame. But when the results were announced this morning and you got that phone call that you and the other two guys were unanimously elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame, what did that mean to you?
It meant that people looked at us and I guess had a great deal of respect for what how we accomplished things and what we accomplished. And I was overwhelmed. I really didn't know if I would be or not, only because I've never really paid a lot of attention. I've always respected and revered the Hall of Fame, but it was something I had no control over. I did what I did, and hopefully it was good enough to be recognized, but that's really not the purpose of going about our baseball career. But when I get the phone call to tell me, congratulations, you're in the Hall of Fame, it was a strange feeling. I mean, one of jubilation, and yet just, it was a quiet excitement that choked me up, because now you realize, who you're hanging out with and the company you keep, all the people you admired, people you played alongside of, people you played against, managed against. And it's a select number. That's why it's so tough to really be considered. And I had a pretty good baseball career, and some people say, well, you should be in the Hall of Fame because of your playing days. I never, I never felt that. I felt if I was in the Hall of Fame, somebody, I needed to earn it. Mm-hmm. I did the best I could. It wasn't good enough. I had no problem with that.
The transition that you undertook to become a manager seems so natural for you. Talk about that transition from ball player to manager.
Well, I think the fact that you're a catcher, and when you're a catcher, you talk to the manager a lot. A lot of times he's getting on you or yelling at you because pitching is such a big part of the game. So I think you get a chance to know how a manager's mind works. But it really didn't hit home until I was traded to the St. Louis Cardinals in 1969. I was 28, going on 29 years old. Mm-hmm. And I felt that I needed to mature. I was a little irresponsible. And when I got around those players in St. Louis, who had just come off 2 straight World Series, now you start taking notice of what you do. Then I was named captain. And when that happened, I'm saying, wait a minute, they named me captain. They're seeing something in me that I don't necessarily see in myself. And with that came responsibility. And I think it was, basically, I don't want to say I grew up from there, but I certainly matured from there and took that responsibility very seriously.
So in the summer of 2014, you'll be standing on that stage, and Willie Mays will be standing behind you, and Henry Aaron, and you're going to go into the plaque gallery and hang alongside people like Eddie Matthews and these guys that you've talked about and idolized. Have you gotten your head around that yet?
No. I know it's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be overwhelming because I know a number of Hall of Famers go back on a regular basis. A lot of them friends of mine. But to be in their company, and I hate to use the word recognition because that's not why you do this. You do this for getting an opportunity. The way I used to tell my players, you only borrow this. You only get it for this period of time. Make the most of it. And to be recognized for not necessarily how much I accomplished, but how I did it. I really am humbled by that because you try to do things the right way.